Prejudice. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
Welcome. You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. This is your boy Dizzie Mac here with the First Lady of Sports Talk, the one, and I mean the one and only, Cheryl Smith. And we're joined by the Shimmy Shake Girls and our panel. The word is we may have a spit-based society. It could get lively. First Lady, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing, Dizzie Mac? Everything's
Lady,
fine on that carpet?
You know what? I see you eyeing my cashmere suede edition, you know, for my folks down there in Houston that was, wet. I got the cashmere suede edition. It's that Houston Oiler blue. Remember Love You Blue? Bon Phillips said, yeah, we chilling, First Lady, so it's all good. But you know what? We're ready. You know what we're ready for, First Lady? What you saying? Over to you.
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdies known as Curt Schilling and Andrew Shaw wish they could fly far away from words that got one fired and the other suspended. Curt Schilling's anti-transgender remarks got him booted from ESPN. Was he expressing a view held by many people, not just athletes and sports commentators? Is Curt a victim of politically correct squad? Where is Donald Trump? Andrew Shaw simply seems to be a need to grow. His homophobic insults might be forgiven with the appropriate level of contrition. Go Blackhawks! Are we expecting too much of these athletes to simply give up rooted beliefs and attitudes overnight? There are some people who still think it's appropriate to call another person nigger. Harriet, 20 Bill Tubman, Prince, Joan Laura China, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Oh, my goodness. I just don't know. We talk about this all the time, especially in Curt Schilling's situation. They need to stay off of Twitter, stay off of Facebook. Just stay off of it. And especially if you have a great broadcasting job with ESPN. And the sad thing about Curt Schilling, he had gotten in trouble before in August for remarks that he stated. He said, he compared the Muslims with the Nazis. So are we surprised that Curt Schilling has a problem against transgender people? I mean, really, are we really surprised? I mean, it's just a shame what he did. I mean, just for people who don't really know, he put an image on Facebook of an overweight man wearing a long blonde wig and revealing women's clothing. And included in the phrase, it said, let them in to the restroom with your daughter, or else you're a narrow-minded, judgmental, unloving, racist bigot who needs to die. Well, Curt added his own words. And this is the words that he said, quote, a man is a man no matter what they call themselves. I don't care what they are. Who they sleep with, men's rooms were designed for the penis. Women's not so much. Now you need laws telling us differently. Pathetic, unquote. Well, let's just put this way. I would say Curt probably feels like most people who are not accepting of the LGBT community. I mean, That's probably how people think, especially with Donald Trump running for president. Make America great again? Well, we know what that means. That means to get rid of all minorities, including the LGBT, African Americans, anybody that doesn't look like true Americans, as they would say, make America great. So I really think Kurt deserves to be fired because, as I indicated, this is not the first time he's been down this road. And I'm sorry, when you work for a big franchise like the ESPN, a company like that, you cannot have controversy next to your name. And there are intelligent ways that you can discuss certain topics, but Kurt Schilling does not how to do things in an intelligent way. And I'm sorry, ESPN had no choice but to end their relationship with him because
Come on.
You got to be politically correct. Yeah, they're going to play the politically correct card. You have to be when you're in that type of position. And it's just the way it is. Now, in regards to Andrew Shaw, yeah, he deserves to be punished. Now, I mean, he was obviously very apologetic the next day. He said when he went home and saw the video. Now, the question that I really have issues with, we couldn't hear what he said. So I'm just curious how the NHL knew what he said. I guess they had somebody there reading his lips. Because, I mean,
they know what he said.
I know, they know what he said, but we didn't know what he said. I mean, we could imagine what he said. Somebody had to read his lips, but I'm quite sure from our point of view. But this is very common all of a sudden. How can we forget Rajon Rondo? What his derogatory remarks were to Bill Kennedy. So it's just a sad thing with these athletes. They are used to this type of language. Basketball players say it all the time on the courts. They have these gay remarks and gay slurs. But they can't do this. So I don't have any problem with them being disciplined for this matter. Dizzie Mac, what are you thinking about this?
Ooh-wee! That's my girl, First Lady, giving it up. But, hey, First Lady, Kurt Schilling, many people, not just athletes, definitely wherever they at, they going to feel the same way as Kurt. You're going to have that. I mean, that's just, he's got the platform to speak out and get it out there to millions quickly. Hey, politically correct is a skill. We need to acquire it. We need to get it. Hey, I know where somebody's giving some classes at a low rate. You got to understand. And I think Kurt didn't after the slap on the hand from, like you said, last August when he made some comments. That they weren't going to do nothing. Hey, I mean, they're edgy on ESPN. But not crazy. Not crazy. They're not going to allow you to do something that's going to take away. And, hey, this is a Disney-owned station. Am I not correct?
Yep.
Okay. You want to have Mickey Mouse on your neck? Pluto? He said Pluto on you? Pluto ain't never bit until, hey, he got some new owners. But, hey,
no one has, I'll just say, possibly lived the tale of the Pluto biting.
That's right. That's right. Can't tell. But, the thing, First Lady, I keep coming back to in my analysis of it are these people just have a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. They got a straight jump shot. They can jump out the gym. They have extraordinary speed or hands or can, tackle. But they're still the same people that we knew back when they were going to school, living in their respective neighborhoods. For me, I look at the example of Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson didn't just like to gamble once he became a NBA prospect. He was always living that thuggish life. So shooting dice on the corner wasn't probably nothing to him. So he's used to that. That's who he is when he's not, racing up and down the court, having a Hall of Fame career. He's still that person. Still that person. It's a lot of them. You know, and I don't think we're expecting too much, you know, because I think we are in the sense that they from the hood. The attitudes have been long thought out, have been long established.
Yeah, I know you're just saying, Dizzie Mac, yeah, because, you know, people are always going to come with their attitudes and their beliefs. But somebody like Kurt Schilling, like you said, you're in a platform where you're working for a billion-dollar company, and they have to protect their assets. And they, you know, we have advertisement dollars, and, you know, when you have somebody on your show speaking like that, you have to protect your assets, and that's why he had to go. And I mean, like I said, but there's a way of discussing these type of topics. I mean, he didn't really need to post that particular.
First, I would say that Dizzie Mac.
He could have talked about it, but you know, there's a way of talking about things. I mean, it's not saying that they're going to fully censor you.
Now, firstly, I don't think that Dizzie was like defending Kurt Schilling as much as distinguishing the young man, because we all do stupid, immature stuff based on our experiences, whatever. There is a growing up part, and some of that growing up might take 15, 20 years, but we grow up. Yeah. So maybe some of these athletes. You know, they're grappling. You know, this is not like clear cut. Everybody go kumbaya. You know, people's attitudes are a work in progress. So on one end, I could see that we maybe athletes because of the demands of what they're in mentally. You know, they're where the country is. Not I'll just say most of us are ignorant.
Right.
And I have done some ignorant things because of my fears and misperceptions of the gay lesbian community. I've done it. Swear to God, I've done it. Forgive me. And I learned, and became more aware that, hey, we cannot be divided.
Yeah, we have to have tolerance.
Yeah,
we have to have tolerance.
Right. So, and that was a process. There are people in Old Grumpy Radio Network who have very disparaging conversations about that community, and that's where they at. Now, we cannot get rid of them because, I mean, we could get rid of them, but we're not going to get rid of them. We love them and work, that they'll come to a better day. We got faith.
They'll come to a better day, but are they saying that over the air, though? On Old Grumpy?
No. Like I said, like I said, there's no defense for that. That's just he is who he is. He's just saying the truth. Now, hey, there are consequences.
Hall of Fame.
And the consequence is that your Hall of Fame career has no tarnishment, but your broadcasting career is over.
It's over. Well, let me just put it this way. If Kurt Schilling gets another job, I told you to stay off of Twitter and stay off of Facebook. All right, Dizzie Mac, over to you.
Yes. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon, like in Houston. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion, overpowering, over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest of the all get you sliced and diced. Competition paying up price. I'm gonna knock you out. Huh? Mama said knock you out. Huh? We're not talking about Mae Young, the fabulous Moolah, or Trish Stratus. We're talking about the foundation for a possible knockout punch in the Western Conference. Tom Thibodeau, the new president and coach of the Timberwolves, with King Kong by his side, better known as Kevin Garnett. Are we about to see a defensive juggernaut built out west that could prove the rival to the great San Antonio team? Is he one of the few coaches that superstars want to come and play for? Is he about to make the Bulls management look silly? Should Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce be assistant coaches? Do you see the money? Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, and Prince, R.I.P., are asking, what you saying? Well, Tom Thibodeau is going to make the Bulls management look silly, first off. Right off the top, you know, Dizzie Mac and the Shimmy Shake Girls are based in Chicago. And, hey, bad move, Bulls. He's going to take a little time. He got some pieces to work with. He's got some pieces to work with. And, man, if they listen, if they want to be coached hard, if they want to be molded into a winner, they listen, and they'll have it really going on. I think Tibbs will learn from his experience with the Bulls, and I think he'll be even a much better coach this time. Pierce and Garnett, man, those are two assistant coaches I'd pay to have on my bench. You know, defense, offense, I think you can't go wrong. If they want to start applying, you know, to that next career, man, good move. They may not make as much money as they did playing, but they shouldn't need that much money. They shouldn't need that much money because they're going to get a shot. You know, I can see it maybe, you know, paying off down the road as far as some breakthroughs for some players, for some coaches' salaries. But hey, it's gonna be good to see if they do come into the coaching game. First Lady.
Well.
Excuse me. And Tom Thibodeau is somebody that the Stars would want to come and play for. I think he's proven that he's definitely the man. I'm sorry, First Lady.
Oh, no problem. I mean, Tom Thibodeau, he received $10 million for 5 years. I mean, he had so many teams that he could have choose from, and he chose to go to Minnesota. And the reason why, because they have a very good young nucleus of players. Now, as far as the Bulls management, yeah, they already look stupid because they didn't make the playoffs. Forget about him signing, the fact that they didn't make the playoffs. So, yeah, he'll make them look stupid. But this team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, I mean, when you're talking about you have Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine, Tyus Jones, Ricky Rubio, this team definitely will make the playoffs, I will say, in 2 years with Thibodeau coaching. You know, it's hard to crack the top 8 teams in the West. Just ask the Utah Jazz. They almost made it, but they couldn't make it. So, but I think that the Timberwolves will definitely, in 2 years, will definitely be a playoff-bound team. As far as superstars wanting to play for Thibodeau, yeah, superstars want to play for Thibodeau, but I don't think they want to go to Minnesota, though. That's the problem. I mean, he's in Minnesota. I don't think too many people want to go to the cold Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, but they'll definitely want to play for Thibodeau. And Kevin Garnett.
I think that there's some players who, it would be an upgrade for their career to be on a playoff-bound team.
Yeah, I think they're not going to get the superstars, but they will get that second tier of players.
Yeah, they've been able to pick high in the draft.
Yes, and he'll have to continue to build through the draft, but as they get good.
I think they're in a good position, you know, like lead them old superstars who don't do nothing alone. Okay? You hear me, Ted? Leave them alone.
I agree.
Leave their butts alone. They just overpriced and they don't do a darn thing. So leave them alone. Everybody else, get you them good old young cheap, get you some young players.
I agree. They build through the draft. Right. But and Kevin Garnett, he's already been an assistant coach with them. I mean, come on, they hired him. Well, they signed him to the contract to come and mentor those young players. I mean, really, I don't even remember. Has he played that much this year? He's been injured most of these times. So really, he was just there as a player coach to have a good, positive, attitude in the locker room and to show them how to be professional and have a good job about it. So, I think, he has a career as a coach. Paul Pierce, he can have a career as an assistant coach and possibly one to be a head coach one day. I mean, it's difficult because just ask Patrick Ewing. How long has he been an assistant coach and he can't even get interviews? So it's hard to really crack being coaches.
It's the mustache.
It's the what?
It's the mustache.
It's the mustache. Okay. Well, I mean, Patrick to me deserves a job as a head coach. Come back to New York, Patrick. You can do better than what we've had there. Anyway.
Don't wish that on that man.
Don't wish it. But anyway, I think it's a good situation for him. There's been a lot of, other coaches. Scotty Brooks, he just signed a multi-million-dollar deal. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be some more coaches probably let go after the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to see. We're going to definitely keep an eye on that. First Lady, please take us to break.
The first two listeners to email us or send a shout-out why the fabulous Moolah is the champion of champions will receive a $25 gift card from our partners at NFLShop.com. Here is your hint. Her numbers don't lie. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Aaron Kyle on the first part of Shoutout.
Free Mr. Vine.
Constant influence. On a ship sitting at anchor, turning the rudder, even an extreme amount has zero effect. Yet when the ship is in motion, just the slightest change in the rudder can change the ultimate destination by hundreds of miles. Much as the rudder guides the direction of a ship, your thoughts guide the direction of your life. Though thoughts have no external power of their own, they exert a continuing influence on the direction of your life. By very definition, life is dynamic, always moving, always changing. Your thoughts influence the nature of that change, the direction of that motion. Even the smallest thoughts have great influence as they are magnified by your actions over time. Every thought you choose has an impact on the way your life unfolds. Negative thoughts may seem harmless and even comforting because of their familiarity. Yet, each negative thought is turning the rudder of your life toward an undesirable destination. Fortunately, you are in control and can quickly point your thoughts in a positive, empowering direction just by choosing to do so. Remind yourself often of the influence of every thought and use positive thoughts to lead life where you want it to go. Prosperous Divas. Prosperity is a mindset that can be created by anyone. ProsperousDivas.com. We hope to see you at our first ever Better Than Donald Trump Grow Your Money workshop, Saturday, April 16th, 2016 in Houston, Texas.
Welcome back. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout-out from the panel. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from Aaron Kyle.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout-out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. This morning, we have Aaron Kyle out of Cleveland, Ohio, with his album, 5 Weeks, 2 Weeks. All right, DJ, let's hear Not Us.
What it is I could see. As I began to pick myself into pieces, the reflection revealed a mass reality. Things that I shouldn't have said. Oh, I deliberately tried to hurt you. You told me that you didn't even care. Just because you said it don't make it true. He's not me, that's not us. Can't you see? Now I'm feeling the reason for a battle. I won't take defeat so easily. In my mind, avoiding a collision, remembering the way it used to be. Things that I shouldn't have said. Oh, I deliberately tried to hurt you. You told me that you didn't even care. Just because you said it don't make it true. He's not me, that's not us. Can't you see? She's not you. He's not me, that's not us. Can't you see? I need you need me, together for eternity. That's the way it should be. I need you need me, together for eternity. That's the way it should be. You're my lady, you're my baby. Oh.
Hey, that's Aaron Kyle with Not Us. All right, let's go to our panel and see what they thought about the song. Are they going to give it a shout-out or hit the mute button? All right, Dizzie Mac, what did you think of the song?
Oh, man. Me and Shimmy Shake Girls were grooving to that one. They were all over, the studio doing their thing. shout out first. That was a nice one by Aaron Kyle. Smooth.
Ooh, all right. Roddy B, what's your feelings about the song? You shouting it out?
Not Us was, I like Not Us. I'm giving it a shout out. I like there's that little mixture of you can almost feel like he's going to get like a little gospel in you, but he doesn't go that way. But you can feel the influence, and I would like to hear a little bit more of his singing. I mean, I've given the track a shout out, but I would like to hear a little more of his singing. I like it.
Okay. I'm going to shout it out, too. Actually, I thought it was very soulful. It almost brought me back to the old school R&B, where R&B was king. You know what I mean? You know, some of the music now is a little bit, mixed between R&B and pop. So I always like a soulful singer, and I think Aaron Kyle has that style. So I'm definitely shouting it out. On part 2 of Shout Out, we'll have another performance from Mr. Aaron Kyle. Speaking about performance, is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
It's time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. It seems like we have stepped into the Twilight Zone. Another NFL team makes a major deal to move up in the draft to get the number 2 pick. Does somebody know something everyone else doesn't, even Donald Trump? We asked the panel to defend. This is a good move for the Eagles. They need a fresh start, and Sam Bradford is who he plays like he is when he's healthy enough to play. Dizzie Mac defend. Good move by the Eagles.
Great move for the Eagles. You got one or two choices. I'm sure you like both of them, but I'm sure at that position, point in the draft, there's a possibility that you could have your choice, have the choice you want to make instead of having one made for you at the number 2. You may have both of them still available at the number 2 to be able to pick one. It's a good move. Sam Bradford has done his job. First lady, do you know what Sam Bradford's job was?
No, he didn't help the Eagles.
He helped them. He helped get DeMarco Murray there. They were great friends from Oklahoma, so he was able to get him there, and once he got him there, that was it. We don't need you no more, Sam. Okay. And DeMarco Murray gone now, too. So, Sam, you got to, that's called handwriting on the wall. Yes, you can read that. We wrote it legibly so you can read it. But, hey, it's a great move for the Eagles. They can start fresh. Like Denny Green said.
Okay, First Lady, we heard the defense from Dizzie Mac.
Eagles GM Howie Roseman feels in order to obtain a good quarterback, maybe not a sure franchise quarterback, they needed to do something. So they decided to give away their picks to get the second pick. He feels it's better to do it now than later. And the reason why doing it now versus later is because the pool of future quarterbacks are nowhere near a sure thing. They're even less of a sure thing in the future than they are with Carson Wentz or Jared Goff. Now,
Ooh.
maybe they will be good, time will tell, but he saw a chance to pick the quarterback of their future. The Eagles haven't had a franchise quarterback since Donovan McNabb. Winter Goff could learn from Sam Bradford. And this is where I disagree with you, Dizzie Mac. They signed Sam Bradford to 2 years. So he is definitely not going anywhere after the first year. I think they're going to allow either Wentz or Goff to learn for a year under Sam Bradford. And then the Eagles will trade Sam Bradford because he does have a team-friendly contract. They signed him for 2 years, but he will not make that second year because they can get a decent pick from him a decent pick in return for Sam Bradford. The Eagles needed to make a statement to show that the franchise is moving beyond the Chip Kelly blunder. But, they are securing their future with this second pick in the draft. Go Eagles.
Oh, uh-oh. What? Go Eagles.
Yeah, well, as we said, we have stepped into the twilight zone here on Flipping. Even flipping you not to go into this place. So we asked the panel to defend. We are not looking at Andrew Luck or RG3, Cam Newton. Both of the QBs are middle to low, if not second rounders, if this was a normal draft year. The Eagles need to call Dr. Field and get some help. Bad move. Dizzie Mac defend.
Bad move. Call Dr. Phil quick. You may get a chance to get something out of this. Because this was such a bad move. I don't know what they were even looking at. As far as these guys were not a number one and number two, a top three pick. I just think that sometimes things spread like wildfire. They're not Andrew Luck. They're not going to be able to take the pound and have the athleticism or RG3. The elusiveness in this rookie season, no, not at all. These guys are more like a Ryan Leaf type situation. I think that you just gonna have one that's just not gonna be ready. One of the two is just not gonna be ready. Other one may be able to survive and go ahead and survive until he can, get it, But you know how it is. You throw them into the deep water with these sharks, Von Miller, all these edge rushers, and okay, that would be just like paying, somebody with assorted meat wrapped around them and dropping them into a bunch of piranhas. They're gonna be just eating at them, hitting them hard, boom, 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 boom. So whoever's gonna do better is gonna have to just survive. And hey, the Eagles just, I don't know, they I think they've secured themselves a third place finish in the division already. Bad move. They won't finish no higher than third.
Well, you heard the defense from Dizzie Mac, but the final defense, First Lady.
Well, maybe Chip Ahoy Kelly was correct in stating he was not making these moves in Philadelphia. And Roseman was the crazy person making all those moves for the Eagles. Roseman just made the Eagles insignificant for years with this terrible trade in order to get a no-name quarterback. He has given up so much for so little. There are no superstar quarterbacks in this draft. The Eagles need help on the defensive side. Giving up all of those draft picks will prevent this team from adding solid players. This is unbelievable that the Cleveland Browns have actually done something better than another team. They outsmarted the Eagles. Can you imagine that? The Cleveland Browns? It's a sad day in the city of brotherly love. The Eagles fans will need so much love for many years to come.
Oh, man. Sounds like even Dr. Phil can't help it. Well, you heard the defense from the First Lady. Please take us to break.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2, the Twilight Zone style.
Let go of doubt. It's easy to doubt yourself. Fortunately, it is just as easy to stop the doubt. Doubt is nothing but a thought, and you can choose to discard, to build upon, or to let go of any thought at any time. And the moment that you feel doubt beginning to arise, acknowledge the doubt fully, and then let it go completely. Quickly replace it with positive, meaningful intention and action. Don't fight against the doubt, for it will only make it stronger. Just let it be, and then very quickly let it go. Then keep the doubt away with action. The more you see yourself using your time and efforts to make a difference, the less you will have time to deal with doubt. Prove to yourself how worthy and how capable you are by using actions to make the most out of every moment. And doubt will have no place in your life. Prosperous Diva. Prosperity is a mindset that can be created by anyone.
Welcome back. You are still listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's that time. It's time for the funnies. Dizzie Mac, over to you.
First Lady, guess what?
Oh, let me see. What is happening? Another need to grow for 2016?
You hit it right on the head. We finally have our 12th need to grow story of 2016. Luckily, this is not one of our states. Minnesota business offers mess as a bonus for employees. Huh? An auto body shop in Minnesota was the subject of a drug task force investigation after a report that the owners were distributing drugs to employees as bonuses. The owner of Clear Choice Auto Body Repair, 40-year-old Jesse Michael Seifert, was arrested after an employee said that he and his girlfriend, Nancy Jean Lothline, 39, had been paying employees in methamphetamine. Ooh. Wow. Agents of the Minnesota River Valley Drug Task Force investigated the shop, and Commander Jeff Wursel reported that Low Line gave each of the shop's 6 employees a half gram of meth in Seifert's presence. Syringes and a digital scale with traces of meth were found at the Mankato business. The task force had been observing the shop for more than 6 months, but did not have enough evidence to arrest Lowline. Seifert's record contained previous arrests for marijuana possession and drunken driving. Wow. I tell you, just paying them off with dope. Just got dope heads working for you. You just paying them off in dope.
Now, this is an auto repair shop. Auto body shop. Oh, my God.
Everybody off in there nodding off. On that high, they just getting all the work done. They just on a super duper just rush. But hey, you know what? Not on the cashmere suede edition of the bearskin rug, Flipper. But gosh darn it, While they're splashing hungry, it must be time for our favorite underwater friends. Right now, tuna sounds good to me. It's time for flip.
Time for flipping, where our host defend the point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. In the world of professional sports, it is about the money, especially in the NFL. The Panthers decided to let Josh Norman be a free agent and rescinded his franchise tag. Is this the twilight zone for the NFL this week? Panel defend. $18 million is a lot to pay a cornerback. Good move, Panthers. Invest in a pass rush. Ask Cam about that. Dizzie Mac, defend. Good move, letting him go.
Let him go. Good move. Because, again, it takes the public fighting, saying things back and forth in the media that you don't want to have. You know you got a player that wasn't going to sign the tender. He was going to hold out. He was going to force your hand and hold out through summer practice and into the season. So get out now. Let somebody else pay the money. Because if it was about the team, what they almost had, he would have stayed his ass there. But he made it known, or his people made it known. But even still, he didn't have enough to even ask to come back. Hey, it was them, not me. I want to stay. But no. Invest in the pass rush. Got to more than make up for his absence. He's got one good year under his belt. So they got up off that one knee and passed the dice. We'll see what he's made of now when he doesn't have Luke Kuechly, and the rest of the defense behind him. Let's see when we take you out of Ron Rivera's scheme, how you act when you get broke down and picked on. So, yeah, it was a good move by the Panthers. Yeah, we're going to roll this. If you do well, no love lost. We save $3 to $4 or $5 million in salary that we weren't, committed to, spending. And you got to live up to that $18 million, homie. So I think we got off good because we could pay this to a couple other players to bring some veterans in and hold down this spot within this system. Good move, Panthers. What up, Cam?
All right, you heard the defense from Dizzie Mac. First Lady, defend.
Well, I agree with everything Dizzie Mac just said. It is a good move for the Panthers. I mean, Josh Norman has been in the league for 4 years, and he has a total of 7 interceptions, and 4 of them came last year. So what was he really doing for those other years in Carolina that he could deserve to get $18 million or $15 million, whatever? It was just too much to pay him. Carolina, they have a zone defense. So you can really just find another good cornerback to put in that zone defense, and that defense still will be spectacular. So really, I don't think his numbers show that he really was a spectacular cornerback. I remember all the other great receivers, they used to say that about him. I forgot who the gentleman was, but he says, you play in the zone, you always have help. So the fact that he always have help really didn't distinguish his credit as being a great cornerback. So I really think it was a great move for the Panthers because now they can sign some additional starters on their offensive line to help Cam Newton, because we all know that Cam Newton was smacked around like a punching bag in the Super Bowl. It was horrendous. So they need to just take that money and put it towards some help for Cam.
No, that's right.
Okay. All right. This is the Twilight Zone special edition of Flip It. So somehow or another, we're in the middle of the NBA playoffs and all the topics have been football. All right, panel defend. Josh has proven he is in the lockdown cornerback conversation. He was worth every dime, and the Panthers will rue the day. Dizzie Mac, defend.
Oh, man. Me and Spitface got a partner. You know, used to live up in Chicago. Gus. Gus was a, man, hardcore Bear fan. And he would always talk about L.A. Mike Richardson and Leslie Frazier locking them down on the corner. Yeah, because you had that 46 defense on the offensive pass. So, yeah, they could, you know, be right there. Because, again, they know those routes have to be short. And Josh Norman mastered that. Within this system, he had proven he was a lockdown corner. Carolina, you know he was worth the money. You just going to let him walk. Just, hey, thinking he just going to run back. No, you turned him loose. And somebody else swooped in and gave him the money that you should have gave him with the guarantee of $51.2 million. Oh, yeah. You're going to think about it.
$1 bill, y'all, $1 bill.
Hey, yeah.
$20 bill, $20 bill.
Big face, $100. Yeah, you done put it in his pocket. And he's staying, you know, relatively in a situation where, hey, he's going to have the chance to distinguish himself. On top of that, watch he take back 2 or 3 more to the house this coming year. And Carolina going to be like getting toasted on that other side where he left.
Mm.
Toast. Yeah, well, Panthers, I can see why y'all would run up, because you run away.
All right, we heard the defense from Dizzie Mac. The final defense, First Lady, over to you.
$15 million a year isn't way too much, especially if Josh fits right in with the defense. And I believe he's worth it. He will produce. He will make the Washington team secondary a better team, and he and Breland together will make a dynamic duo at the cornerback position. It's nothing to worry about anything for the Washington team because Josh got things covered. The Washington team needed to make an instant impact, and this will be a definitely impact in their defensive backfield. It was quite obvious that the Green Bay Packers just ran them out of the playoffs, and, you know, Josh is going to bring some swag and some toughness and some grit. He's going to bring that winning attitude to the franchise, and it's going to be really infectious to the rest of the team, and they're going to move into great things. That's what Josh can do. Josh is worth every bit of that $15 million. And it's going to be good times in Washington, and they're going to bring a winning team and have a winning culture because of Josh Norman.
Look out, Cowboys. Look out, Cowboys. Watch out now. Look out, Giants. Look out, Giants. Look, Eagles, y'all got broken wings. That's the end of Flipping. First Lady, take us to break.
On the other side of the break, we'll have another performance from Aaron Kyle on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
What you gonna do, Dez?
I allow only divine ideas to govern my thinking. I am the gatekeeper of my thoughts. Although many thoughts come and go in the course of a day, I am mindful of which ones rule my consciousness. Aware that divine ideas manifest good in my life, I allow these ideas to govern my thinking. If fear or doubt arises, I pause to acknowledge the thoughts surrounding these feelings. I ask myself, are they true and worthy of my attention? Only powerful, true, life-affirming thoughts deserve my attention. I release those that do not produce the good I seek. I center myself in my heart space and allow divine ideas of peace, love, harmony, and abundance to take hold. whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Philippians 4:8.
You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, Kicks, and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and the crew. First Lady, what you got?
We have another performance from Aaron Kyle with his album 52 Weeks. All right, DJ, let's hear Pathway.
Never in the mood to cry.
Okay, that's Aaron Kyle with Pathway. All right, let's go to our panel to see if the song is going to get a shout out or we're going to hit the mute button. Ronnie B., what did you think of this latest track from Aaron Kyle?
Well, one thing I want to say is that before I answer that question, now Aaron Kyle says that he's on a mission, and his mission is to bring soul back to song.
Mm-hmm.
So I like his mission, and I'm giving it a shout out. No way you can hit the mute button if you have any soul.
All right, Dizzie Mac, you have soul. I know you're not hitting that mute button.
Oh no, we definitely playing that all night long. Shimmy Shake Girls were all up dancing to that one. Shimmy and shaking. So we giving that a shout out, major shout out. It got better as it got longer.
Yeah, Great. Got better as it got longer. Well, I know I have soul, so I'm definitely going to shout it out. I said it earlier. He's bringing back R&B. He definitely got some soul sound to him. So he's definitely shouting that out. Well, that's the end of shout out. If you like what you heard from Mr. Aaron Kyle, check him out at believemusicworks.com. If you'd like to be heard or have comments, you can send your emails and tracks to panties@oldgrumpyradio.com. It's time for the picks. Dizzie Mac was last year's champion of the hardwood. Will he repeat the feat? You repeating the feat, Dizzie Mac?
I'm going for it, First Lady. I'm going all the way.
Okay, you're going for it. Okay, so let's go to last week's results. Well, pretty much Dizzie Mac and I, we kind of tied. We really had the same answers from last week, and we only got one answer wrong, and we ended up with 23,000 points each. And the one answer we got wrong, Dizzie Mac, was if LeBron James would have more rebounds than Kawhi Leonard. I guess that Kwame got us confused because LeBron had 6 and Leonard only had 2. So somebody else must have showed up for it. You remember we had a problem with Kwame? It should have been Kawhi Leonard. Well, I don't know. Kawhi didn't show up with the rebounds. But anyway, let's go.
He rebounded. He rebounded like Kwame Leonard.
Yeah. Michael Jordan, crying Michael Jordan. How can you forget about that pick, Kwame Brown? Okay, let's move on. Okay, we only have one question to answer this week. Wow. But it's a big one. It's worth a lot of points. There will be at least 3 teams that get swept during the first round of the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. 25,000 for the correct answer, minus 15,000 for the incorrect answer. Well, Dizzie Mac, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, no, I believe so. I defer to you, the lady.
So are you saying yes or no? There will be at least 3 teams that get swept during the first round of the NBA playoffs. I think we got 4 teams that have a shot at it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you want to go over them, the teams? We got Miami, Charlotte, Cleveland, Detroit, Clippers. Who are the Clippers playing? Memphis. And what's the fourth one? I think there's still. Maybe there's. That's it.
San Antonio.
Yes, San Antonio is playing. San Antonio and Memphis. So those are the 4 teams. So the question is, at least 3 of those teams will be swept in the first round. And your answer, Dizzie Mac?
Yes. There will be at least 3.
See, now you know what, Dizzie Mac? I'm not saying this because I need to do something differently. I honestly feel the answer is no. I don't think 3 of the teams will be swept. But I do believe at least 2 of the teams will be swept because I think Charlotte will win a game, even though it's going to be tough without Batum. But I think Memphis will be swept, and I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will sweep Detroit. So I think it's only going to be 2 teams. So I'm saying no. So we will see what happens next week and see where we go from there. Before we go, it's time to find out what we missed this week. Dizzie Mac, what did you miss?
This week I missed the no-hitter by the Chicago Cubs, Jake Arrieta, against the Cincinnati Reds, 16-0. Man, he's 4-0 already. He's looking to repeat on his Cy Young award-winning season.
Roddy B, what did you miss?
Well, we didn't miss China, the legend of women wrestling, passing away this week, and Prince passing away. We didn't miss controversy, Diamonds and Pearls, Raspberry Beret, and a whole lot more because every station everywhere is playing every Prince song in the world. The movie theater, they done re-released Purple Rain. You can go to your local,
They re-released Purple Rain. Wow.
Purple Rain, you could go see it this weekend at your local movie theater. Purple Rain is back on the big screen.
I actually saw it 3 times when it came out. I went to the movie theater 3 times to see Purple Rain. It was awesome back in the 80s. Yeah. Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah. And then when it came on video, you saw it 3 more times.
But anyway, I missed the Dwayne Pearl Washington. He died at age 52 years old. For those who don't remember Pearl Washington, he was a high school basketball phenom out of Brooklyn, New York, and he also played with the Syracuse Orangemen. And he was great in college, great in high school, but unfortunately he just didn't become great in the NBA. He really had a difficult time in the NBA. But rest his soul, he died of brain cancer at age 52. Our condolences go out to the Washington's family. This is Cheryl Smith and Dizzie Mac. You have been listening to Bras, Panties, and